to experience the thrill of CHAN 2024. It is our time to shine. Let us make CHAN 2024 a great success and rally behind our team Harambee Stars. Hashtag Jaza Study.
Ninaota ama niko sangu?
Unataka kulia?
Mazibira na ezibu wa mama gajiri.
Mbeta radio.
Mbona wewe uko hoi?
Kukango na tomoshina. Tani kusho.
Mimi party, sasa lazima niwaonyeshe.
Pali nafike na kuwa mengi sumu.
Hii nini?
Ilikuwa hapa ndio ilikuwa imepotea.
Mama Kayai.
Wewe.
Kwenda huko bwana.
Wewe shughulika yako wewe mama wewe.
Wewe inaonekana hauelewi ile kitu ilikuleta hapa.
Mimi ndio boss hapa siku ya leo. Wewe sikaa kwa kiti na mimi. Mambo gani boss? Bwana.
And a very good morning to you. My name is Daniel Wahome, and welcome to Sports Check on this Monday morning, the 21st day of July 2025. Well, for the sporting scene in Kenya, this is a significant morning, and this is because the National Olympic Committee of Kenya are finally holding an extraordinary general meeting with only one agenda: the election of a new National Olympic Committee of Kenya board. And so the voting has been done. They are now doing the counting. Fred Muki is our reporter out at the voting, at where the AGM is. And so he's going to be giving us updates on those who have been elected and who are going to be the new office holders. And because as the information that is flowing in right now is that we already know who the next NOC president is going to be, who's going to be taking over from Paul Tergat. This is Shadrach Maluki. And that means that we just know who's going to be taking over. He got 15 out of the 27 votes. His competitor, Francis Mutuku, getting 12. So first vice president elections going on. So that's happening. Also happening today is that the CAF General Secretary, Veron Mosengo Omba, is coming into the country and is going to be doing a final inspection tour of the two venues that Kenya is going to use for the Championship of African Nations, CHAN. And when we talk about those two venues, we are talking about one, the Moi International Sports Center, Kasarani. That's where he started his tour. And then the next event, the next venue is going to be the Nyayo National Stadium. So those are two significant events that we are looking at that are happening this morning. Another significant thing that's happening, and this is tomorrow, and it's going to be part of our conversation, is that we're going to have trials for Tokyo 2025. Athletics Kenya is holding trials at the Ulinzi Sports Complex, and that means that's going to be taking place tomorrow, and we're going to be speaking with Kenton Nui, who is the competition director at the AK Trials. Also, we shall be going across our borders and speaking to our neighbors. We've got Fred Mwambu, who is from Uganda. He's a sports journalist. How ready is Uganda for CHAN 2024? And also from Jeffrey Lea, who is in Tanzania. He's a sports journalist also. How ready is Tanzania as far as CHAN 2024 is concerned? Those are the conversations that we shall be having. But in the meantime, as we get ready to speak to Kenton Nui, let's get to see a profile of CHAN Group C.
Chikati, You'd better know how to greet the locals if you're heading to the Uganda for the African Nations Championship, which they are co-hosting with Kenya and Tanzania, where Simbo Jambo or Habari will do. But for now, let's unpack a Group C, where we have the favorites Algeria, the talented, gifted players are from Guinea, and of course Niger, who can be very frustrating, not forgetting South Africa with their home-based talent. And that is what CHAN is all about. I'm Abinya Musa. Group C matches will be hosted at the Mandela Stadium in Uganda, and the Cranes will be more than happy to have that home support to go past the group stage, which has been their home in all their 6 appearances, with the previous one being in 2022, where they missed by a whisker after tying for all with Ivory Coast in Group B, but with an inferior goal aggregate. They have only come closer to a continental trophy in the Africa Cup of Nations way back in 1978, where they were runners-up to reach the round of 16 in 2019. They have at least been successful in the CECAFA region with 15 trophies, and now they need to make another significant stride in the African Nations Championship as co-host.
Oh well. I think the Eritreans are in trouble here. That was an obvious push to Danny Serenkuma, and a penalty has been awarded. Oh well, the experience shows here, and Uganda are 2 goals ahead here. Oh, Eritrea backtracking a bit, backpedaling, and Danny Serenkuma picks up that loose ball. He is watching the defender, is following him, but he's much into the box and cuts it across, and they have been punished for that mistake again.
بأي كيفية وبأي طريقة بعدما قاد العملية ثم رجعت له من عند رفيقه مصطفى جليت مثل ما جاءت يسددها بروعة في الزاوية اليمنى من مرمى الحارس حمزة مونجي.
The Uganda Cranes have met Algeria in the 2011 CHAN, where they lost all their matches, as the North Africans have proceeded to the knockout stages to beat South Africa 2-0, to beat their North African rivals Algeria in the semis and reach the third place playoff, where they finished 4th after a solitary goal defeat by Sudan. The Desert Warriors of Algeria came closer to winning the African Nations Championship in 2022 when they finished runners-up as hosts, to be beaten in the finals in a penalty shootout against eventual winners Senegal. They can at least boast of 2 trophies in the Africa Cup of Nations in 1990 and 2019, while reaching the round of 16 in the 2014 FIFA World Cup in a fantastic campaign. The 2021 Arab Cup champions are one of the favourites for the 2024 CHAN title in their second appearance. And talking about South Africa, the Bafana Bafanas have made 2 appearances in the African Nations Championship, first in 2011 when they reached the quarterfinals to lose 2-0 to Algeria and drop out in the group stage in 2014 as host in what must have been a heartbreaker for their home fans. But at least they beat Mozambique 3-1 and drew 1-1 with Mali in Cape Town. The 1996 Africa Cup of Nations champions, who finished 3rd in 2000 and 2023 editions, are more successful in the COSAFA region with 5 titles and have made 3 appearances in the FIFA World Cup finals to say to CN in the group stage. So they're capable of advancing in the knockout stage of CHAN, having learned their lessons.
Puts it through to Ranti to pop into the back of the net.
Algeria 2022 semi-final number 1. Greetings from the Mouloud Hadfi Stadium in Oran.
From COSAFA, we head to Wafu or West Africa to unpack the Minas of Niger, who have appeared in the African Nations Championship 4 times since 2011 to reach the quarterfinals there, where they met South Africa in the group stage to lose 2-0 before both advanced to the knockout stage to lose to Sudan in the penalty shootout after a 1-0 draw, and in 2016 in Rwanda, where they only collected a point in the group stage. In 2020, they were in Cameroon, where they added another point to make it 2 to exit 2. And in 2022 in Algeria, they went all the way to the semi-final stage after doing away with Cameroon and Congo in Group E. Ghana in the quarters to lose to Algeria by a massive 5 goals without any reply in the semis to finish 4th. The Minas cannot be underestimated in this group and have the potential to go all the way, as they have proved in CHAN, unlike in AFCON, where they've only reached the group stage twice.
Absolutely comprehensive dismantling so far. It's Algeria 4, Niger 0. Musa, that'll be on target. Husseini. That's on target from the sub Karimu. From Messian.
The Silly Nationals of Guinea, on the other hand, are also a big threat in this group, and they are also from West Africa, where they boast of the Amilcar Cabral Cup 5 times, a runners-up position in the Africa Cup of Nations, where they've been 14 times, and a 3rd place in the African Nations Championship. They were 4th in the 2014 edition, where they also met Niger in the group stage, that is CHAN, to draw 2-2 with them and lose to DR Congo, the eventual champions, in the semis in a hard-fought match that went all the way to the penalties. They must have been very tired in 2018 to exit in the group stage with a win against Mauritania, while in 2020 they rose to the occasion to take the bronze after eliminating Rwanda in the quarters and Mali in the semis.
They scored the goal at the right end of the other time. You can see.
Quite an interesting.
And yes, building up to CHAN, and remember, the slogan is that CHAN equal KBC. And remember that we also have got the Women's Africa Cup of Nations. The semi-finals are on tomorrow, so do not miss the action right here on your True Sports partner. At this point, I'd like to introduce my sign language interpreter, Lensa Odingo. And straight into our first conversation, and this one is about athletics, aka the national body is going to be holding the trials for Tokyo 2025, and this is at the Ulinzi Sports Complex tomorrow. And this is, happening. It's like I mentioned, quite an interesting times if we're to speak about this, because we also have got the NOC elections. Shadrach Maluki is taking over as president, Barnaba Korir as first vice president, Nashon Randiek as second vice president. So we'll keep you updated on this, and Fred Moki will be telling us that. And so joining us today is Bonaken Tanui, who is the competition director at the AK Trials. Welcome.
Thank you, my friend. And first of all, I want to thank KBC for this coverage. You've been in handy for everything that goes on in athletics, and more so now these trials that will happen tomorrow. This is part of the road to Tokyo that we've started a long time ago with cross-country series, our weekend meetings that happened. We culminated with National Athletics Championships, several Diamond League races that happened across the globe, several World Series, including Kip Keino that happened in Kenya, and now the climax of athletics is coming to Tokyo. The whole world is coming to Tokyo in September for World Athletics Championships. Tomorrow is our day to get the Team Kenya right and also name them officially tomorrow.
Well, the good news is when it comes to Team Kenya, we already know of those who have qualified. There are some, the World Championships is different, unlike the Olympics where everyone has got to fight for a slot. So Diamond League winners and defending champions. That makes the process start there. So for example, Faith Kipyegon going to defend her 1500, Mary Moraa in the 800. Just look at the background of those two, you know, the DL winners from 2024 and the defending champions from Budapest.
As at now, as we stand as at today, we have two automatic qualifiers who've already done their qualifications through the paths that have been designed. The first path is, first of all, the former world champions from the previous championship. They all the winners automatically qualify for the World Championships. Two, all the Diamond League winners in every event automatically qualify for a slot in Tokyo. And as we are now, from the World Championships that happened the last World Championships, Faith Kipyegon is automatically qualified for 1500 meters and 5,000. We have also Mary Moraa, who will represent us in 800. Automatically, she has qualified. And that is the process. You see, World Championship this time round was pushed ahead so as to accommodate the end of the Diamond League season. This season, the Diamond League ends in August, and in September, we will be having the World Championships. So probably Kenya is also destined for other automatic qualifiers by virtue of being the Diamond League winners. And we are seeing about 3 or 4 of ours. One, Wanyonyi, Emmanuel Wanyonyi. We are seeing the new boy, Fanuel is in 1500. Yes, we are seeing our steeple chaser, a new again Edmond Serem is on the radar, and also Beatrice Jebet in 5,000 and 10,000. So probably that is now our speculation, and we may be having
Nelly Chepchirchir in 800.
Nelly Chepchirchir in 1500 meters. Yeah, that is it. That is the Stoller thing. But you see, when we have two automatic qualifiers, for example, in 1500, we'll be having both Nelly and Faith. The rule is that the federation will nominate only one in that event. So there cannot be two automatic qualifiers. So either of them will be nominated as the automatic qualifier on that, and the others will be selected also to be part of the team. So we have to select the 4 of them.
The other one is the good news that was in China at the World Relays. Kenya and the East. Everything seems to go well.
Yeah. Of China, the witch doctor. The team, because I was the team leader, director of Team Kenya. That our sprinters are coming of one catered lot, very and in their practice, and also, and 2, the series. Remember, we had a very that is Betik. That was that athletics from all the that was we are Kenya grounds that have never been before, and this is you can automatic qualify in javelin, that is 2 girls is Winnie B javelin triple jump. So I want to thank everyone who is holding that these things are, and courtesy training camps spread across the all over. It's not other dynamics. The other day in our sprint than even our
first time we have enough the 100 meters.
Yes.
And 200 meters. You know, especially if now Tokyo, Kenya, we are with 4x1 by 4 mix, and
so we have already.
Yes,
that is
men
4 by and 4 by 4. So, and nearing qualification is 4 by 4 women.
Now this is, you know, works around relay qualification. You need 3 nations. The things that you'd like done, the things that are get the 4 by qualify.
We have organized. We have 2 that are coming for our trials, and Kenya included, which means we have Uganda, who have confirmed participation, and we have also South Sudan. We have the team. They are yet to, but they will participate. And therefore, without saying that the 4 by 4 relay we have now Ulinzi to qualify. We have 2 teams. The one first will participate in to go. If they don't make 4, still take them for other competitions which are lined up until before 20. The qualification window will be closed. So we still have a lot. They are raring to go. And they once tomorrow, Tuesday.
150 athletes is what we are looking at. Where are, for example, just by thinking, 100 men who he needs to do his right, given his
yes,
he's headed number 1, I think, gearing up to the Diamond League final. The 100, 200. How you intend to see this?
First of all, in our selection standard, and that first of all, those who have qualified by the standard, all athletics gives us that is qualifying time, or so we all invite those who have met where they met. So to this, when meters are already 100 meters, Omanyala is safe in
ranking.
In the ranking. He's championships. The other chance because they are next by the standard, and when they run into the ranking pit, and we have about 100 meters. You'll find out that these are part of need to again to Steve Onyango and the brother to Omanya in the university in World University, Isaac Omurwa. Now come is also of the mix 100 meters. It's a platform where we can still have another 2 Omanyala in, and the rest in the relay. 4 by 100 meters. They are in Tokyo already through a designated relays championship in China.
Let's talk about the 400 meters because I'm...
Yes.
These people 4.8
right now ready by the standard. They are beyond 44.8. Coming to the and
there is also
and he was our team the
relays.
We have very good from US who secured a scholarship. Now, but we think and good times of in 4 by 400. The Lucas Ouko of the in
Munich. I even know the X2
coming this.
This is not in a relay.
Race. It may be individual race and in Tokyo again in relays.
So just looking at it, how crazy is it going to be, especially 100-meter runners, to wear a handkerchief? The first and one by.
You look at the rule. We have. It means that might be the only select again up by the standard. Proves to be. Then automatically will be selected. The consistency of performance. Selectors have where they look. See, maybe sometimes other people do. They ran having another engagement, personal, individual preference. So, but as we go right now, 400 competitive race, quite and for the fans.
All right, 800 meters,
Yes.
men and women. That's a different story. His deal is giving him so. I mean, after definitely he's coming back, pick his bib today and run tomorrow. The men's and the women's, because
right now, as we are talking, you know, Wanyonyi has time is that maybe Rhodesia under threat, but our middle distance done it. We have the likes of who are coming. This is on in the beginning of the season. He's up to the task. Mora, our Sarah Mora also in the mix. Our national champion, Odira. Providing us a mix from the US in 800. 8 prove themselves. They qualify.
Yes. I remember following the colleague in the US.
NCAA.
The NCAA. And how much for the whatever you'd give to them?
Well, let them. What they is to have this slow. And you see, was there automatic. Mora double duty. 800. She's doing us a making sure that she'll be part of the the relay team qualify, and there see what Mora 400 meters to qualification. The panel of selectors with her. Mora ran 0.10. We think
the day before, called Zoe,
Belgium.
Yes,
and you can see she's 100 meters. She has already qualified for 100 meters and give in both relay individual 100 meters. Very big head start.
Two teams have been selected. Meters women at the and the 10,000 meters men. So Forgat and Ishmael Kupkurui means now that in Nairobi the 10,000 meters women. How's that feel?
Very McHugh. We have B2. She's intending to. We have 10-kilometer road champion record is raring to give in the family way, and she has done good. She will be missing and very many other participation also. In 5,000 meters, a very fast team. Nicholas Kipkorir is there, raring to go. I think he wants to try for 10,000 because of the personal commitments. He wants to do it. So he ran of 26 in Eugene. He's 5,000 and a very good team to go by.
From the field events, Julius Yago, we can see him slowly getting his groove back. He's had injuries, he's had poor performances.
Yes.
So that's looking at the field events, besides the jumpers.
We come to throws now. We look at the class of Julius Yago. Fight last year by 5 meters. And I think he's mature. Progressing the season, climaxing. I think he has, and which is one of the best throws in the world right now, ranking at around position 7 in the world currently. That steady now that he's one of the medal contestants in. He's busy. The young girl Iris, giving her a chance to improve. She's now ranked worldwide. Might be safe that our ongoing may displace her in the ranking, and we are giving her the chance during these trials, and she will do it. She will make. We are very optimistic that she makes.
Now, for those who are attending, just 1 year and no comment. Lindsay got clearance through the Kipkeno class. Those are being done in 1 day. Just give us a as we come to this.
First of all, I want to inform you that also we are doing a qualification in walk. 20. We know our champion Gadimba, also part of the to the qualifying standard into the ranking. So we are giving him a chance. We have done all that it takes technically to have the trial perfect, including inviting work judges from other nations, because it's a rule that
other nations.
Judges from other nations. So we're having a South African work judge, international race work, have in Kenya. So they will perfect because we need one of our own to optimum conditions, that is athletics, to from 7 in the morning having a walk race. It's usually out of the stadium at the tarmac road complex, outside Ulinzi complex. It's a requirement, a road walk.
Actually, because yes, now that means you're going to affect traffic on Langata
Road. There's enough road inside the barracks.
Inside the barracks.
A very good tarmac. We 2 years ago had certification of the same, and it meets. Therefore, we are doing it immediately after done with the work. Starting our the stadium, starting from 10,000 meters. 400 meters men hits of 400 meters men. We'll be doing 400 women. So we are events will follow each other towards the end with 3,000 men and women, 100 meters both men, and 400 meters men. Titans now.
Very well. Anui, he is the competitions director at the AK Trials. Guidance to those who, because this is the
I want everybody in the world, and always put it, the Kenyan Trials is championship. When you watch, you are halfway seen participate. So Ulinzi Stadium is, and it's come to Ulinzi. The people guarding there, you are assured of full security. No problem about anything. Come with your children, you'll be assured that they are there. Didn't go to school. Bring school-going children. School day. So at that was my parting shot. We want, as athletes, to congratulate for first vice National Olympics Committee. He has maximum. He's our mentor. Brought us to where he deserves. To congratulate now the president, committee, and the entire nominated, and they deserve.
Wanachanui, I know he's going now to election for all the athletes meeting tomorrow. Now, we know we've got the national elections that are going on. In Nairobi, this is an elective special general meeting. I can tell you those who have been elected. Shadrach Malu, Olympic Committee of Kenya president from Paul is the first vice president. second vice president. John Ogola unopposed, and is Francis has been elected, and then the deputy treasurer is Charles. Those are those who have been elected. Charles Mose was elected unopposed, sole rival. But right now, from the SGM is Fred Mwoki. Let's go over to you of how things are going down. SG
elections interact with the winner, official from the Athletics Kenya Federation with in Athletics Naba Korir, who was the knock and a gathering of 2 votes opponent. And I'm just going to have tell us maybe now it's a new welcome to this. How has been the election so far?
Very tough. The Kenyans know that we have gone through obstacles to arrive at this point, but I'm excited. We have made sure that the election has gone for our team, the new dawn, as it should be, and we are very proud to tell the total change in how country. And when we say it's a new dawn for building, so we are very happy, and we assure the Kenyans that they smoothly, and this is what our have a smooth and fair of what we are doing today for Kenya.
What will be some of the key priorities?
The key priorities, we will also now be discussing that in our next press conference when the new president is going to discuss that. So I leave at that so that he can actually give the to do.
Tomorrow is a big day, having the national trials. Maybe comment about that?
Yeah, tomorrow, and I know those who want to get the selection World Championship coming up. It's exciting also. We want to make sure that this, when they are going to win, we want to support them, give all the support that they may need. We are very proud of what supporting them in this what they want.
Now that you've knocked, and we know that athletics comes to nurturing talent, and you know when it comes to global, what are some of the barriers you wish to recommend solutions?
There are quite a number of men to ensure that we have it's very important for our athletes. All the sports needs support also from the private sector, from the government, from all the Kenyans, so that we can grow sports in this country. But it's an opportunity now that we can bring changes and ensure that all kinds of sports has a fair support from every sector, from the government, from the people of Kenya.
Thank you so much. That has been Barnabas Korir, who was just won the first deputy president for the National Olympic Committee of Kenya NOC election. The elections are already underway, and we'll just keep you posted about what will be happening in our subsequent bulletins. And I'll also get a chance to have a word with the duly elected president, that is the Judo Kenya Federation Chairman, Shadrach Maluki, in our subsequent bulletins. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much, Fred Mwoki, who is at the Oles Reni Hotel, where we've got the NOC elections. They are going on right now. Counting of what's going on, we know for most of the positions that has been decided. Up to the deputy treasurer's position, they have been decided. And remember that there are still other positions that are yet to be filled, and we'll be keeping you updated on that as we do so. And we shall be having a conversation about Chan in the next hour. We shall be speaking with two people. One is Jeffrey Lea. He's a journalist based in Tanzania. Jirani wetu wamejipangaje? Sisi majirani wao tunajua tuko chonjo. Uganda, they hosted the Rugby Africa Championship over the past 2 weeks. A real test of operations, because the operations around rugby and football tend to be the same. So we'll be joined by Fred Mwambu. He witnessed that. He's going to tell us everything about Nambole and the Uganda Cranes. Jeffrey is also going to be telling us about the Taifa Stars and their preparations for that event. That's in the next hour. But we will take a break, and after we take that break, we're going to be coming with a preview of Chan Group B. And that is a Group B thing, and then in the next hour, more conversations around Chan. Our sign language interpreter this hour has been Lensa Odingo.
My name is Salim Vuria, the Cabinet Secretary, Youth Affairs, Creative Economy and Sports, Republic of Kenya. Dear Kenyans, we are ready to host Chan 2024 tournament. Let us show the world our patriotism, our passion for football, and our warm hospitality. This is not just a tournament, it is a celebration of our nation's pride. Join us in Nairobi as we welcome the continent and the world to experience the thrill of Chan 2024. It is our time to shine. Let us make Chan 2024 a great success and rally behind our team, Harambee Stars. Hashtag Jaza Study.
Mbio ya mgambo ikilia kuna jambo, na jambo hilo kwa hakika ni mashindano ya bara la Afrika ya soka yanajulikana kama Chan, ambayo yataandaliwa katika mataifa ya Kenya, Tanzania na Uganda kwa mara ya kwanza. Na leo tunazingatia kundi la ba ambalo linajumuisha wenyeji Tanzania, Madagascar, Mauritania, Burkina Faso na Central African Republic. Karibuni.
Taifa Stars of Tanzania have made 2 appearances in the African Nations Championship. Their first appearance was in 2009 in Ivory Coast, where they took the first flight back home in the group stage after a 3rd placing, which saw them collect 4 points from their 1-0 upset of Ivory Coast and a 1-0 draw with Zambia to narrowly miss out on the knockout phase. They ended up in the same position in 2020 in Cameroon, where they beat Namibia 1-0 and drew 2-2 with Guinea, but still it wasn't enough. So this will be their third appearance, hoping for redemption out of their group stage suffrage that is also replicated in the Africa Cup of Nations, but at least they have been successful in Sekafa. The Lions of Chingweti of Mauritania are from West Africa, and they at least made it to the quarter-final stage of the African Nations Championship in 2022 after group stage exits in 2014 and 2018, where they left both tournaments on a winless note. Come 2022 in Algeria, they woke up from their slumber to top their group with 4 points and progress to the quarter-finals, where they unfortunately lost by a lone goal to eventual winner Senegal. They went a notch higher to reach the round of 16 in 2023 Africa Cup of Nations in their third appearance, meaning they are getting there if only they could make it happen in East Africa in the African Nations Championship.
Amar puts it over Tanji. Going from range. Ali just need one goal. Chabi, you can't fault his commitment. He's now that's it. Mauritania are through to the quarter-finals of the Total Energies African Nations Championship Algeria 2022.
The Barriers of Madagascar are from the Kosafa region and are the most successful team in this group in terms of the African Nations Championship, where they made their debut in style in 2022 to finish third in Algeria after topping the group with the maximum points against Ghana and Sudan to dismiss Mozambique 3-1 in the quarterfinals before Senegal beat them by a solid goal in the semifinals, but they made sure to beat Niger by the same margin to win the bronze thanks to Razafindra Koto stopper. This time, the Kosafa Cup 2015 bronze medalists won nothing less than the title. The Stallions of Burkina Faso are also from West Africa, who are not as successful in the African Nations Championship as they are in the Africa Cup of Nations, where they've made 14 appearances to finish fourth in 1998 and 2021, third in 2017, but runners-up in 2013 in South Africa, where Nigeria beat them by a solid goal in Joburg after a fantastic run.
Number 19! Here's Mr. Mba, one of the home-based players, has had a good tournament so far, and the Nigeria fans here, Sunday Mba, second goal of the tournament, has been highly praised. His selection raised a few eyebrows, but have a look at this. He gives Nigeria the lead in this final.
Great finish from Mba. He's been very quiet in this first half. Moses kept his footing. Shot was blocked, but look at this for a finish. Bang in the back of the net, 2-1 touch, and finished it off. It was a brilliant goal, and great determination that time from Nigeria going forward. Moses kept the attack going. They all kept pushing forward, and Mba gets his reward.
And the referee takes the ball and blows the whistle! Nigeria are the 2013 champions of this African Nations Cup. They've finally won their third tournament. Deserved winners tonight. 1-0. Nigeria 1, Burkina Faso 0. The goal scorer, Sunday Mba there. As one nation goes wild, another one goes into mourning. Well, I think the deserved winners here tonight, Nigeria, Greg. 1-0 on the evening, and Sunday Mba goes down in history as the man with the tournament-winning goal.
Well, Nigeria have done it against great odds.
But in Chan, it is a sad state of affairs as they have been sent home 3 times in the group stage, although they came closer to progress in 2020. It's their hope that they'll be able to break that jinx at the Benjamin Mkapa Stadium. And finally, the Central African Republic are known as the world beasts of UNIFAC. Unlike Kenya, they will be making their debut in the African Nations Championship, where they do not want to add up the numbers but make an impact in their first continental championship.
Cross. First international goal for the centre-back. Nyamganda, who had just come on, driving at the Angolans. Pass one, pass another, tees up Kondogbia, and what about that for a finish? A beautiful slide rule effort, bottom corner, clipping the post on its way in. Look at the celebrations and look what that means. At this point you thought, is the turnaround on? But no, because Angola came back. This was Helder Costa, straight at. CAR stopper while he was still on the pitch, of course. Ufegan, and then missed the moment that Ufegan will never ever wants to see again. He holds his head while he was clearly clipped on the head. What was he doing going down? Did he stumble on the pitch? Why did he do what he did? Either way, it was an easy decision for the referee in the end. He had to go. And then Milson, the man who earns that red card, somehow, just 5'7", got on the end of that. Just such a soft goal. Kalimba, the reserves keeper, will not want to see it again. And then the final whistle blew to really dampen CAR's qualification hopes while absolutely boosting Angola's.
Hayo ndio mataifa ya kundi la B katika mashindano ya soka ya bara la Afrika la CHAN, na ndio maana tunaendelea kupigia debe mashindano haya huku tukielekea jijini katika mitaa kwa nia hiyo hiyo. Ali, si uje twende basi. Haya, hata nipande kwanza.
in just a short while, we shall be joining two journalists, one from Tanzania, another one from Uganda, via Zoom. And it is all about preparations for CHAN in those two countries. Remember, Kenya is jointly hosting the Championship of African Nations, CHAN, with with Uganda and Tanzania. It's known as the Pamoja bid. Well, at this point, I'd like to introduce our sign language interpreter for this hour, Anne Wangeshi. So let's now, as we get ready to introduce Jeffrey Lair and Fred Mwambu, let's get the story of an ace. Her name is Beldine Odemba, who is the Harambee Starlets coach.
For Game On today, I'm privileged to have with me the first ladies coach for the women's national team, that is Starlets, and that is Beldine Odemba. You have met her so many times during our football analysis, but she has coached so many football teams, and she'll tell us about it. But first of all, salam alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
I like that. Hey, Beldine, how are you?
I'm fine.
I'm happy to see you with the national team, Starlets. It's a privilege. Just briefly, just tell me about your journey in football.
I started playing football way back when I was 12 years old. I played football and I started coaching, but just basic coaching. You play for the under 15 team, you coach an under 13 team, you play for an under 16 team, you coach an under 14 team. So it was just basic coaching with no coaching knowledge, but it stirred passion. After a few years, I stopped coaching. I went to management, football management, and then I did some journalism, that is print media. And then I came back to the pitch to coach the junior teams. So I coached the boys junior teams, and then I got one girls team in Kariobangi. And then from that, I got a job in coaching. So I moved from Mta to now coaching an academy, that is Kariobangi Sharks. Then after Kariobangi Sharks, I went to FC Leopards Youth, coaching still Highway Secondary School. That is what a lot of people know me from, where a lot of people know me from. So it has been just a journey of pushing myself each and every day, getting classes here and there. We thank FKF that nowadays there are a lot of classes, coaching course classes. So it has been a good journey for us. They've made it a little bit easy for me until I've been in the national teams benches, but never as a head coach. Once as an assistant coach, most of the time as the team manager. I've done a lot of administration work, and then now I moved totally to the technical side. So my first assignment was the Kenya National Under 18, which we were supposed to place a CAFA, but we were not able to due to a lot of logistics and the school games, timings. It was a lot. And then after that, I got the privilege to come to the senior team. Not an easy task, not a hard task. It's just I'm looking for an easy word, like a transition. So slowly moving from this category to this other category. And so far, I thank God it has been a good journey for me.
When you look at your playing career, you look at yourself when you are playing and now as a coach, how does it compare?
Good thing is that if you're a coach, whoever played, you already have the basics. You already understand the basics. That doesn't mean that you cannot be a coach if you never played. You can be. If you understand football, you can. But at least you get some basics, and sometimes you get the feel. So you want to push your players, but you've been there. You know how much you can push them. You know when it is too much, and you have that balance. So.
And now, if for those who don't know Beldine, she was with Highway, and that is, I think, that is when everybody got to know about her, and they achieved quite a lot locally and in East Africa. But you're supposed to go to Morocco. What happened?
Yes. We were supposed to go to Morocco, but I don't know where to place it. The thing is, we did not get funds. We do not know who was supposed to give us funds. We were leaning on the Kenya Secondary School Games Association to do a budget for us with the ministry or on behalf of the school, but they did not. So we had to source funds on our own. We tried through the governor, and he had promised that he was going to deliver, but then some things just happened and it was not possible for us. So it was due to financial constraints that we didn't make it.
But you have achieved a lot with Highway. Just briefly tell us about that.
Okay, Highway is my project. Sometimes I see people saying that anacoach Highway, anacoach wapi. Highway is my project. It's like a baby that we've given birth to. But it didn't start in Highway, it started in Kangema High School. So I have these players who are playing in junior categories. They go to school until class 8, and then after class 8, they do not have, parents are not financially able to take them to the next level. So I started a project of looking for schools for those boys, making sure that they go to school. And I went to a number of schools, but then Highway gave it to me as a project. So they allowed me to bring players, a good number of players every year. Right now I have more than 30 players at the Highway Secondary School who are given scholarship. They're not paying anything at the school, and they're playing soccer for the school, and at the same time they're doing well in school. So I get the best of the talent, the best that I believe, and then in return I coach them. So I don't work for Highway. I'm not paid in Highway, but it's my own project. Yes.
And you have achieved, you have won so many trophies, of course.
Yes, with Highway, yes, I have won a number of trophies. We've played a number of tournaments. We were once Nairobi region champions, East Africa finalists. We were hoping to go to Morocco and make it to the finals. And we're still working towards it. It's not over. The dream is not over.
You have a big assignment coming up. Just tell us about Kenya Police Women Football Club and how you want to transform them.
Coaching a women's team, a KWPL side, is a good thing for me. I'm getting experience daily. I am learning daily. I am getting difficulties daily and trying to solve. It is a coach's job to see and meet a lot of difficulties in technical, tactical, and work on them. It is something that is giving me an edge and making me better. For example, national assignments are only during FIFA calendars. That might be 2 weeks or less than 2 weeks, 3 or 4 times in a year. I need somewhere to sharpen myself. I need somewhere to keep on building experience, and Kenya Police is giving me that.
Finally, in Starlets, how do you see the women's team going? We have WAFCON coming up and a lot ahead. Where do you see them going under your tutelage?
Our first hurdle is our match against Cameroon. That is the reality that we have right now. If we go past this hurdle, we'll go past all other hurdles. So I'm starting with this one. Then we're pushing it so that it all goes well. If all goes well, then I believe that we shall make more bigger and better steps.
How is the blend so far?
The blend so far is good. Dogo is an outgoing player. He's one of the players who will just come in and blend with your team any day. The blend with the international and the local players so far so good.
Your expectations in the 2 legs?
Is to make Kenyans happy. Yes.
We've been speaking to Beldin Odemba, and of course that there is a big debate about women football, and that there is a renaissance in Kenya because now we have KWPL sides which have been declared mandatory for all the clubs, which is good for football. And FIFA World Cup was this year, and there was a lot of promise. Actually, it was a very good tournament, but behind the scenes a lot was happening. Finally, when you talk about women's football and coaching, do you think we need to have female coaches or male coaches given what happened in Spain?
Coaches are just coaches. We have never had a coaching course for men and a coaching course for women. We've never had this kind of football for men or this kind of play the same football. The thing is, who gives more motivation? Who steers the team, the team's belief and the team spirit? Who can do it well? I keep on urging my fellow women coaches to just come up, show up, push the team. I'm sure we can do it, and we can do it better than men. So with the debate, it's who has the team spirit. Yes.
And finally, parting shot, who is Belding Odemba, or what we see here, apart from what we see?
Belding Odemba, first of all, is a wife. I'm married, and I'm a mother of 4 kids. None of them is playing football. I just hope that the young one will play football. He loves football, the last one. And I'm a mother to a lot of kids that I did not give birth to. And I think that is the beautiful part. That I have a lot of kids out here, and we are trying each and every day, holding each other's hands, especially in football, and making sure that we change our lives. Yes.
So, for those who had hopes, ameshachukuliwa tayari. You don't have to see the ring, but ameolewa. Tumeenda, but Belding has done a lot. She's actually very humble at it, but she's done a lot for women's football in the country, and even not just women's football, for the young kids coming up and nurturing them. So, asante sana for the work you're doing.
Asante KBC.
Tunashukuru na tutakuwa na analysis hivi.
Nipendaga sana
Back to Yamfa. Atarudi. AFCON iko KBC.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And that is the story of Belding Odemba, who is the coach of the Harambee Starlets. And that's a story of the ace that was done by my colleague Mary Wavinya. Now, let's get into a conversation about the Championship of African Nations, CHAN. Very soon, we shall be joined by Tanzanian journalist Jeffrey Leah. But right now, it's Fred Mwambu who's joining us via Zoom from Kampala. Very good morning to you, Fred. Good morning, Fred. Looks like we've got a technical issue, and Fred should be joining us via Zoom, and also after that it's going to be Jeffrey Leah. Looks like there's a freeze on that picture at the moment, but Fred Mwambu is a journalist, and remember, Kenya is going to be jointly hosting CHAN alongside Uganda and TZ. So then we are going to be having Group C playing in Kampala, and let's see if Fred is now ready. Fred, a good morning to you.
Good morning.
Well, thank you very much for giving us your time this morning, speaking to us from Kampala, and just to give us a whole idea about how everything has been, especially from the Ugandan side, is let's just give us a recap of what happened over the last 2 weeks, where Uganda hosted the Rugby Africa Cup, and that was at one of the training pitches next to the Nelson Mandela Stadium in Nambole.
Yeah, it was a very successful tournament for people who have followed rugby base that we've held in the recent years. And it was also a very good test for Uganda ahead of CHAN, because they were using it to also test the facilities and some of the things that need to be touched before CHAN starts. You could see from the pictures that were being shared and the videos that the pitch was good, and that's just the training pitch outside Nambole. So the inside one, we fans and of course media had an open chance now to see how ready the place was. The stadium is very okay. I think Uganda is ready to host CHAN.
Well, and talking about that, just give us a journey about, for example, one of the renovations that had to be done at the Nelson Mandela Stadium for CHAN, because it's one of the stadiums that's going to be having double headers. How much work has been done to change, the face of the stadium, and most importantly, the playing surface, which I think had to work to be done twice?
Yeah, the playing surface has been undergoing renovations for about 4 years. And we had some games. We hosted some AFCON qualifiers, especially that one against South Africa. The pitch itself is good. Like I told you, it is the same pitch like the one we have outside the pitch, outside the stadium where we were using for CHAN, for RAC. So there's been a lot of work. The pitch is in it's in excellent shape. And I think it's okay. It's now very ready to play because in RAC, we're playing 4 games per day. So you can imagine 4 games of hard work on 3 days. And at the end of it, the pitch looked as good as fresh. So I think the pitch is good.
Well, let's now talk about, the other facilities that are required, things about, hospitals, hospitality, and the plans that have been put in place, and what the CAF inspection teams have said about Uganda's readiness for this.
The only challenge that we had is when they opened Nambole, there was a lot of insecurity, especially for fans leaving the stadium late. But that has greatly improved during the RAC, and because the army and the police have done a good work. But when you go to other facilities like hotels, you really know that Uganda is a destination for hospitality. We do have the hotels already. All the RAC teams were sleeping around, and it's a good proximity to the stadium too. And the medical facilities are in good shape. I've been informed that there are some which are private that will also help during the tournament. So I think with that we are ready. The only other part might be the road network, but understand during CHAN there will be some roads that will be dedicated for the teams and officials, and then the fans. So I think in that front, we are ready for it.
Let's talk about, what I would say is actually the fan, because this is a very important component when it comes to the Championship of African Nations, CHAN, especially for those who are from the visiting teams. And what cultural experiences, people would expect from Uganda, because if you've got 3 days in between matches, that means that there is a lot to experience.
Yeah, there's so much. About tourism that will happen. Of course, the source of the Nile in Jinja is just 2 hours, or let's say 1 hour when there's no jam from Kampala. People will be able to travel there. There's a lot of tourism that the ministry is promoting. You've seen that recently, if you follow, we've been having Martyrs Day, where people are coming from all over Africa, Kenya, Tanzania, up to Zambia, and they were able. So there's a lot that they're going to offer in Uganda. I think people who are watching RAC and fans who traveled realized that the after party in Kampala is one that is unrivaled, and we hope maybe CHAN will pick some lessons from what rugby did. They had a lot of the clinics. All those teams that came, Algeria, Morocco, were doing a lot of work with the communities. So that's one of those things that could occupy them. But the biggest ones are going to the Martyrs Shrine, where the martyrs were killed at one time. Then Jinja is also there. There's a lot, and also the tourism and hospitality industry has really prepared for this.
Mm-hmm. All right. So, and also, by the way, Fred, I can tell you, I received greetings from Tanzania from somebody known as Jeffrey Leah. We are going to be joining him in a short while. But first, Fred, let's take a look at Group C. Uganda, Niger, Guinea, Algeria, and South Africa. First of all, your outlook of the selected Cranes team and how you view Group C of CHAN.
Definitely, we go into the tournament as one of the most experienced because we've played chance for 6 times. We only missed the inaugural one, and then the rest we've been playing. Unfortunately, we have failed to leave the groups. That's something that should worry us. You look at the other opponents in that group, at least they have reached semi-finals. Guinea reached semi-finals in 2022. South Africa, you can see how they are playing in their league. They have somewhat a stronger team. The only challenge maybe for Uganda is that our preparations haven't been the best. At the moment, the FUFA named 2 coaches to be the head coaches. What in Uganda has started a new tradition where people are called co-coaches, where both of them are the same level. And then during last week, while we were watching the team training ahead of that 4 Nations tournament, again, we saw Paul Put being part of it and running the drills. We didn't have a goalkeeping coach. It wasn't mentioned. So Billy Kigundu, if you remember the under-20 team that reached the final in Mauritania in 2021, came in to just help. Onyango also came from Club World Cup. He has been helping to train the team, but over the weekend, he left and for South Africa. So in a way, we've been having that challenge, but I hope that we'll have a better team especially after this tournament that we are starting today against Kenya in Arusha.
Well, I want to tell you, you have got a free day because I've just received communication that Kenya has withdrawn from the 4 Nations tournament. So, Fred, not a good one, not what we expected. The coaching staff have said that can happen. But Fred Mwambu, thank you very much for your time this morning, and hope to see you either in Nairobi, Kampala, Dar es Salaam, or Zanzibar. Wherever we will be, we shall find each other.
Yeah. Definitely, I'll take you to Jinja and Kabalagala.
All right. And before you leave, just say hello to Jeffrey Lea, who's down in Tanzania. Jeffrey, a very good morning to you. Fred says hello.
Good morning, East Africa. Good morning, Brian. Good morning, our colleague from Uganda. I hope it's been a brilliant Monday morning to all of you, and we're all looking forward to the upcoming CHAN tournament that will be co-hosted in East Africa for the very first time.
All right, thank you very much, Fred. So let me now move on to Jeffrey. Jeffrey, when the fixtures were released and we found out that Tanzania was going to host 2 groups, Group B and Group D, Group B in Dar es Salaam, Group D in Zanzibar. Just give us a whole concept as to how the news was received in Tanzania because of that.
Everybody is very excited. As you know, football is an industry that has been growing rather rapidly here in Tanzania in the past few years, perhaps with a bit more pace than the case has been in the previous years. So everybody is excited. We've been enjoying a bit of a purple patch as far as the club football is concerned. We have 2 Tanzanian clubs, Simba and Yanga, who have been doing very brilliantly as per our standards in the CAF club competitions. These are teams that have made the finals of the CAF Confederations Cup 2 times out of the previous 5 seasons, which is no mean feat for a club in East Africa. And that has been a catalyst for a lot of improvements which have been happening as a whole in the football industry. So everybody's excited.
Well, just give us a whole background story about getting the facilities ready for the Championship of African Nations, CHAN. Let's talk about first the Amman.
Friday night again. Greetings in the name of the Most High Jah Rastafari. My good name is Marley Moses, the positive warrior, alongside.
Yes, sir, DJ D-Rage, the baddest. Each and every Wednesday from 10 p.m. on KBC Channel 1 TV.
Tunakuletea the biggest reggae party in 254 in a yard extra. Extra niceness of reggae music.
Extra dose of entertainment.
When the thing is nice,
we have to do it twice.
You have the nerve to show yourself here after you almost died in the hands of my dad.
Welcome for breakfast.
Can't you just trust me? The only way I can trust you, Jill, is if you start becoming real for real.
Inaonekana mzee unajua Kiswahili. Yaliyopita tukibizane na yanayokuja.
I don't need your compliments.
You're going to believe all of a sudden she flew away.
Are you not sure of your job?
Ninaota ama niko sangu?
Unataka kulia?
Mazibu na nazibu wa mama gaji.
You better let you.
Mbona wewe uko hoi?
Kukango ni tomoshina. Tani kusho.
Mimi party, sasa lazima niwaonyeshe.
Palinafike na kuwa mengi sumu.
Hii nini?
Ilikuwa hapa ndio ilikuwa imepotea.
Mama Kayai.
Wewe. Kwenda huko bwana. Wewe shughulika yako wewe mama wewe.
Wewe inaonekana hauelewi ile kitu ilikuleta hapa.
Mimi ndio boss hapa siku ya leo. Wewe sikaa kwa kiti na mimi. Ulikuwa nikimwangusha.
Uchunguzi ulifanyika na ukaonekana ni wewe ulimwangusha.
Watu si wajinga, tunajua you people mnajifanyanga nyinyi askari na nyinyi si askari.
Si alijitambulisha?
Pingo na mdomo tu. Asipokuwa na uniform siwezi mtambua.
Akiwa bila uniform si polisi.
Kutoa pingo ni kujitambulisha.
Hakuwa amebeba, lakini wewe ni wa hiyo area. Wewe anajua hiyo mtu ni constable.
Am I a civilian?
Yes you are.
I'm a civilian.
Yes you are.
Am I pedestrian?
In a world where news is ever changing, staying informed is more important than ever.
Join us every week on News Check, your go-to show for the latest in current affairs, breaking news and in-depth analysis.
A warm welcome to KBC News Check.
From politics to global events, we bring you content that matter to you.
We're not just speaking about the governance and how we want to see it, but want to actually participate.
Get your facts, hear from the experts, and really understand what is happening around you.
We need to change our system first.
You have to do the impossible
Yes.
to make sure the message is home.
Stay ahead, stay informed, stay engaged.
Will these people, everybody agree?
Just listen to me.
Let's give him a chance to clear the air.
Catch News Check every Tuesday and Wednesday from 10 a.m. to 12 noon. Only on KBC Channel 1.
Habari muhimu ni zile zinazoathiri maisha yako na zinapojiri tuko hapo.
Tunakuletea habari zinazojiri nchini na kimataifa.
Hakuna kabila ambayo ipo hapa Kenya kwa malipo ya mwingine.
Mambo ya matibabu isiwe starehe ya watu wadosi.
Tunakufahamisha kila wakati ili uwe tayari kwa yajayo.
We will also be designating the cartels as foreign terrorist organizations.
Katika ulimwengu unaosonga kwa kasi, usahihi wa habari ni muhimu.
The only thing that I say, Senator Khalwale, is that you are defending the indefensible. If you allow me as a bullfighter, I'll fix him here and now and it will be sorted out. You were doing very well until you brought out your character of bullfighting.
Tunakupa habari sahihi na zisizoegemea upande wowote.
Pindi tu walioteuliwa wataidhinishwa na bunge la kitaifa.
Na ni hapa ndipo
Darubini,
kila siku ya Jumatatu na Jumanne
saa 1 jioni.
Got the fear of missing out? Want to keep up all the latest entertainment news and latest latest celebrity gossip. From the latest rumors to popping events to the newest fashion trends, here is where you get all the tea or juice when it comes to entertainment, and you get it served on time. All that and so much more on Grapevine every single Monday only on KBC Channel 1. Remember, if you did not see it on Grapevine, then it most probably never happened.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good morning, Kenya.
Wake up with Good Morning Kenya, the morning show that's got it all.
We dive deep into issues shaping our country.
Youth are a voice of a nation.
What is the next step for the young people?
Unpacking political landscape from Monday to Wednesday.
We discuss family matters.
It is very important to guard your relationship.
And for your health,
someone doesn't wake up and they become an addict. It's in stages.
We've got you covered each and every Tuesday at 9 a.m.
Every Wednesday, it's all about The Viewpoint.
A day in politics is like 1,000 years.
Unpacking the biggest stories of the week, getting you insights and getting you ready for your day.
And the package is not yet done. I get to fix your Thursday with some entertainment. Entertainment Thursday, it is.
Good morning, Kenya.
We shape your day.
Good Morning Kenya, every weekday morning on KBC Channel 1.
Father, in the mighty name of Jesus Christ, I release your mighty power and anointing over this team of Kenya that is going to participate in the World Championship. Lord, I prophesy that you are going to protect them from every injuries. My Father, I pray that they are going to conquer the world. As we used to conquer the world, let the team bring more medals than ever. In Jesus' name I pray. Amen.
He prays fervently for the success of Kenya's sportsmen and women in their current and future undertakings, knowing too well what it takes to triumph in the face of adversity. Meet Cosmas Ndeti, who's deeply religious and who ruled the Boston Marathon from 1993 to 1995 to ride and dine with the high and mighty.
Since Boston the first marathon, and it's very famous, winning the Boston Marathon is like you are on the top of the world.
He never knew as a little boy that he'd become famous until he started running.
Oh, I started my running when I was in primary school, when I was in class 6. I used to go to school about 3 kilometers away from my home. That's where I used to go to in primary school. And I used to compete from sub-zone to zone to divisionals. When I was in primary, I went up to district level. Then 1986, I went to secondary school, whereby the first time, because it was a day school, and that school had already, it was starting, so it was only Form 1s. The first time we went for the cross country and we had no teacher. It's only students which we took ourselves to the competition. I managed to be number 2. We went to divisionals. There was no teacher. There was no coach. I was still number 2. But at the district level, I was defeated, so I could not continue. 1987, when I was in Form 2, now we had a coach. And then I went up to district level.
And like most Kenyan athletes, his first breakthrough came in the world of cross-country.
88, we managed to go to the national level and international competition, whereby we qualified for World Cross Country, whereby we went to New Zealand. I won a silver medal in junior category. After that, in 1989, I didn't qualify. After school, 1990, I qualified for athletics, junior athletics championship, whereby we went to Bulgaria. I ran the road race, 20 kilometers. I went to the road race, I broke the course record and also the world record for the junior. I set a new record.
He could not resist the road where he found his fame.
My first marathon was 1992 in Hawaii, America, whereby I finished second. Then 1993 is when I was, the race director of Boston spotted me when I was in Honolulu. Then I was invited for Boston Marathon.
Most notable was the Boston Marathon, where he conquered not once but thrice in a row, with the best marathon performance in 1994, where he set a course record of 2 hours, 7 minutes and 15 seconds.
When I went for the Boston Marathon, that was my first international race, whereby I won the race. I was the second Kenyan to win this race. The first one was Ibrahim Hussein, who had won the race two times. And I went there, I won the race, the second Kenyan, whereby 1993, 94, I set the course record, which had been there for 8 years. It had been with somebody from Australia, was called Rob de Castella, which was 2:07:56. I broke the course record to 2:07:14 seconds. So I lowered the course and the record.
In 1995, he sealed his third win to become the first African to win the Boston Marathon 3 consecutive times, to go a notch higher and ride with the former U.S. President Bill Clinton.
Believe you me, the 3 times I won the Boston Marathon, I got the chance to visit the White House. So we used to go to the White House from Boston to Washington, 2 hours flight. So we used to go to there. We used to go and enter in the White House very early in the morning at around 5 a.m. At 6 is when we were meeting the president in the White House. Then we enter in the car. We go for about 2 miles from the White House, where there's a running course, whereby we used to go and run there with him. The third time, which was special, 93, we were riding on our own car. The president was riding on his own car. But the third time, it was special. From White House to the truck, I rode it in the same car with the president, and we had a joke. You know, I had to lay my hand upon his shoulder. He asked me, "Cosmas, what is your secret of running?" I told him, "My secret is because I am born again, and I put my trust upon my God." So it was a great privilege.
Robert Cheruiyot Mwafrika not only equaled his feat when he won the Boston Marathon from 2006 to 2008, but also erased his course record in his first triumph, which he won in 2 hours, 07 minutes and 14 seconds. Cosmas Andeti had retired by then after tackling other marathons across the world.
I have ran other many races. I ran Fukuoka 1997. I was 6th position. 1996, I ran New York Marathon. I was number 6. And I also ran in Hawaii. I was 2nd, 1995, during the summer. So 2003 is when I just hung my shoes.
He also made the team to the 1997 World Athletics Championship, but failed to finish the race.
It was very hot. You know, we are not used in hot conditions. When we went there, it was very hot. And the other thing, the management and the regiment was not good because there was no water. There was no water on the way. So we ran for about 10 kilometers without water. Then after that, the water was so much scattered, so the race was disorganized. That's why mostly we Africans, even I don't think whether it's an African who finished that race.
Cosmas had nevertheless already inspired so many others to follow in his footsteps, like Onesmus Mutesia.
He's my product. When they saw me running, he was one of them whom I helped with my brother and others, like the former world record holder, Mwangangi, is one of my products. So all the athletes in Ukambani, they are my products.
I'm Onesmus Mutesia. I used to run a marathon. I won Seville Marathon in 2003. I was also second in Belgrade Marathon in 1998. We really thank Cosmas Deti, who he was coaching us for a long time. We are proud of him. Now, he took so many years doing running because he was running very free not using any drugs. So I can advise the guys who are running nowadays to just go slow and not use drugs, and their health will keep them fit.
The two have remained close up to date as Cosmas embarks on his spiritual mission to win more souls for Jesus Christ.
I remember 1993, 1996, I was in the hotel when the press people in the US, they asked me, Cosmas, when you retire, what do you want to do? I told them I want to become a pastor. And that's what I am today. I have a church in Ketengela called Christ, the Reference and Destiny Chapel, connecting you to a destiny. So I am connecting people to their destiny.
He continuously prays for the athletes to overcome all temptations in their pursuit for glory, especially in the wake of doping allegations tarnishing their image, having put behind his own tribulations.
You know, everybody, I can say that everybody wants to get money. But one thing the athletes, they should know that our reputation is very important. And also, the performance is very important. Because I remember when we were running, nobody used this kind of drugs. And because of the technology of today, that's why we have a lot of drugs around, and people, they want to run good and they want to get money. And that's why you see them, they don't last long. They only run for about 3 to 4 races, then they're off. Like me, I ran for over 10 years, running marathon. So for me what I can tell the athletes that they must be patient. Let them use their own strength. Forget about the drugs. Forget about the money, because don't think about getting quick money. Think about the span for how long you are going to run. The lifespan is very important.
The only runner to break 2 hours, 10 minutes, 4 straight times during his Boston triumph has also been watching the current world marathon record holder Eliud Kipchoge with interest as he attempts to break the 2-hour mark.
And I remember praying for Kipchoge. Eliud Kipchoge right now is running. I prayed for him and gave him a word of knowledge. And I told him, you have been running, you have been coming second, you have never won any race, but this time around, God is going to bless you, and you are going to become a champion. When I see him breaking the records, I said, that is my son.
It takes a lot to achieve that, as Cosmas Ndeti, the first Kenyan and African to win the Boston Marathon 3 times, found out in his heydays. But you know what? Be strong and courageous in all undertakings. Do not be frightened or dismayed, for the Lord your God is with you wherever you go.
It's only by discipline which can make a good athlete. Many of the athletes, they don't have discipline. When they get a little money, I can say little money. When they get money, they run to buy cars. They just running up and down, just with themselves. Like the men, they go getting all kind of stuff. They become drunkards and all that kind of stuff. You must have a discipline. And the only way to have a discipline is when you become born again. When I became born again in 1993 on 17th February 1993, when I became born again, from that time my life took a dramatic change. For the Bible says, the fear of the Lord is the beginning of wisdom. When you have a fear of God, there are things that you will not do.
He never lost his composure on and off the pitch in his bid to become one of the most lethal strikers in Kenyan football. Call him JB, Kapi, Bari, whatever you like. But his full name's John Baraza will remain imprinted on soccer lovers' minds in this country for a long time due to his exploits.
When we were in primary, I had already known what is my destiny. So it was football, because I was as good in football while still in primary. In primary, I was in Gilgil Township, that is in Nakuru, and secondary or high school, it was St. Charles Luanga in Kakamega. I just continued carrying on with the football thing, especially in the western part of the country. All the schools, they participate competitively in football. So that one kept on encouraging me up to this moment.
It's all in the genes, they must have said as they watch him follow in his father's footsteps in Western Kenya, where he was born.
Since my father was also a player, and I was always, as a young boy, I was helping him with the training kids, carrying it. When it is off time, when we are not in school, I was helping him in carrying the kids, the training gears to the place where they were training. So at least I started developing an interest in football when I was younger.
So talented was he that our clubs came calling left, right and center, but he had to settle for the nearest, for starters.
After leaving the secondary school, I went to the place, to Gilgil, where my dad was working with the Kenya Post and Communication. So they were having a team. So slowly I started training with them. After the coach there saw that I can maybe, even though I was young, but I can play good as well. So they enlisted me in their team. So the team was called Gilgil Telecom.
He later ended up with the top flight of football, where he tasted glory with the Oserian First Tack before it was disbanded later.
With the Oserian, I can say were somehow memorable, because we were able to win, especially me. I was able to win the KPL title for the first time, and it was my first team in KPL, so it was good for me. We won the title 2 times in a row with the Oserian, and also individually I got a Golden Boot award.
He decided to relocate to neighboring countries in search of greener pastures, which also sharpened his skills.
I left Oserian, but luckily enough I got a chance to go to Sweden. Again in Sweden, it was not the top league, the second league to the top. It is called Superlatan. Superlatan is the second league to the top league. So I joined the team. We were participating in that league, but again we did not perform well. We got relegated. So when we were relegated, again the issue of money came in again. We have to cut the foreign players from the team so that they can save their funds. So again, I was among the guys. So I came back home, and then I was taken by the young African of Tanzania, Yanga. Yeah, I went to Yanga in 2005. They said I was the best foreign player in the league. After we won the league the second year, I came back on a holiday. Another offer came to the Yanga, but the guys from Malaysia. So they wanted me to go to Malaysia. I saw their deal. It was good, maybe the Tanzanian people. So I told them to talk to the club, to the people from Tanzania. They agreed. So off I went to Malaysia again. Malaysia was good for me. It was not the top league. They got promoted, and I after the season, after them vision came up that I left Kenya. To the Rayon. My contract, even not 1 year. I decided to come because with my left leg.
And home away turn out for with Sofapaka out to be a long time affair.
Well, I was able to chairman or the president of the team talk to me. It was is the right place to me. He was maybe in 5. He wanted to in Kenyan football or continental football. Actually, I can say in have been representing the league, and we have top performance for quite. So I can say at least we are working towards his vision. The one thing I can say that is good with Sofapaka, they live as a family because they be with you hard times or you will suffer together. That is one thing that really attracts. Match-wise is undeniable of Sofapaka, and the player, and also I was there, I can say Sofapaka.
And that is those strikes that took to earn the captain's armband as a of characteristics of a true sportsman.
My goals. If you don't score, you are in dribbling. You don't. The coach will prefer the brings the other guys. When you play as a striker, you have to raise. You have to anticipate. By always, I can say the way. You see in football, the goal area, goal has its a route. I can anticipate this ball. Somebody else heads try to shoot. The ball will go. That is something.
He became a beacon of for goals as his numerous Premier League, where he won times as well. A number of his role model Ronaldo has done on the world.
Playing or when I if I want to be in the past, do something that so okay, and it's checked. I saw that nobody has maybe come out on top in the Golden Boot race 4 times. An opportunity that was always when you go and check top 6 scorers. That is why I history.